RFK Jr.'s running mate, Nicole Shanahan, says that their independent presidential campaign is weighing its options this way. Watch.
There's two options that we're looking at, and one is staying in, forming that new party, but we run the risk of a Kamala Harris and Waltz presidency, or we walk away right now and join forces with Donald Trump.
Shanahan said that they're concerned about taking more votes away from Trump and Vance than from Harris and Walz. Trump was asked about a potential RFK Jr. endorsement and whether he would consider offering Kennedy a spot in his administration if he wins in November. This is what he told our Kristen Holmes.
I like him a lot. I respect him a lot. I probably would if something like that would happen. He's a very different kind of a guy, a very smart guy. And yeah, I would be honored by that endorsement.
Honored by that endorsement. Alex, I mean, they seem to say the quiet part out loud here, at least Nicole Shanahan did. Like, well, we're concerned there's a risk that we might actually elect Harris and Walz, which, you know, I interviewed RFK Jr. and the concern from his family is that he was going to get Donald Trump elected by doing this. And he's been trying to insist, no, it's really about me. It's about the fact that I should be president. But how do you think, I mean, he's also clearly playing both sides here. He's gone to the Harris team as well behind the scenes. The Harris team has not responded publicly. What's he playing at and what impact does it have?
I mean, I think he's playing at staying relevant after this election. And the way you do that is you get a job in the next administration, which is why he was trying to meet with both sides. Now, Kamala Harris's team has made clear, no, we don't want this. And Trump has been quietly and behind the scenes trying to court RFK Jr. for over a month now. And even like the team even sort of courting him for a bit. And if he does drop out and endorse Donald Trump, you know, that is not a huge portion of the vote, but it's part of it, and it could actually make a difference. And in some ways, this could be the Democratic Party almost doing too good of a job against RFK Jr., where they no longer see a path. They have been very aggressive at challenging his ballot access in every single state, filing lots of lawsuits, to the point that RFK Jr. may no longer see a path and say, well, if I want to try to stay relevant after Election Day, then I'm going to back Trump.
I think this is also a reflection of the fact that since Kamala Harris has gone to the top of the ticket, the share of the double hater voters who were potentially going to swing this election and may still, but has shrunk significantly. So I think in some ways this is also just a testament to the reality of the shifting dynamics of this election now that there is so much more enthusiasm and interest in her. People view her as a change candidate. They're not looking for this alternative. But I would also say that this is also kind of now what's happening in public is really what's been happening from behind the scenes from the beginning. I mean, remember when he got in, you know, one of Donald Trump's biggest donors was one of the biggest donors to his super PAC. I mean, this has been a Trump-aided effort from the outset because they thought in a dynamic where the race was Biden versus Trump that Kennedy had the potential to swing the election to Trump. Now, seems like that's not the case.
Mo, can I ask you what the sort of perception of the Kennedy brand is now that, I mean, has RFK done significant damage to that? Jack Schlossberg is here. He spoke last night. He's the grandson of John F. Kennedy Jr. He was asked, my colleagues asked him about RFK. Let's watch that briefly.
I think my cousin should do whatever he thinks is the best interest of our country.
That's it?
Yeah.
What if it's endorsing Trump?
Well, then we would disagree about what the interests of our country are. But that's his decision.
So that was a much more tightly controlled version of Jack Schlossberg, who on the internet has been openly mocking Bobby, is what they call him in the family, his accent, among other things. It's gotten some notice. But also, I mean, this presidential bid, you know, we had RFK Jr. admitting that he dumped a dead baby bear in Central Park. There's a picture of him with his hand in the bear's mouth, and we now know that he's got a freezer full of roadkill. I mean, this is a bit of a train wreck for the family.
I think it's a bit of a train wreck for RFK Jr. You know, but I wouldn't worry about the brand of the Kennedy family, at least amongst Democrats. They will forever be the Kennedys to us. They will forever be American royalty to us. They will always be the symbol of hope and generational change and turning the corner. You know, even before Barack Obama. for us. And so I think the Kennedy brand is going to hold up just fine. I think RFK Jr., however, is, you said that he's looking to stay relevant. I guess I'd quibble a little bit. He really hasn't been relevant at all in this campaign, except for like a hot minute when he first got in. As soon as Kamala Harris ascended to the top of the ticket, any Democrat who was flirting with RFK Jr. came home. He's gonna, I think, have a lot of self-reflection.
There was a minute there when he was, talking about, well, am I going to be on the debate stage or not? Now, granted, that was before what happened on the debate stage. Very briefly. Very briefly.
I mean, if you're looking at RFK, you're looking at low propensity voters, right? He's still pulling in around 2 to 4% of the national electorate. If you're Trump and you can get that endorsement, can you shave off 2%? Trump performs very, very well with low propensity voters, but can you turn them out? Has been the big question. If he gets that endorsement, maybe he can. That helps in some of those battleground states.